Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to the predictions and breakdowns. Today we're taking a look at Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates, which is taking place on April the 26th, 2025, starting at 6 p.m. EST. We're going to be starting with the prelims, ending with the main event. Guys, we're back for UFC. Finally, after a week off, we can finally watch it and enjoy it. There we go. So we're going to start off with the prelim opener of Chelsea Chandler versus Jocelyn Edwards. We're going to be taking the side most likely. Now, this is a little bit of a tough pick, but we're going to be taking Chelsea Chandler. Reason being, the takedowns are there against Edwards. She has good stand-up, but Eileen Perez and Nora Cornell both exposed the game. Nora Cornell was just better of a boxer. She had really good clinch work, and it kind of showed that Edwards falls apart in the clinch, even though she's kind of a taller lady for the weight class. Actually, she is at 135. I guess, both these ladies miss weight all the time. 5'8" is kind of... Isn't Eileen Perez like 5'8"? No, 5'5". There we go. I guess she is pretty big for the weight class. But anyway, in this instance, her best win being what? Pudilova, Tamiris Vidal. These aren't wins that you can really highly rank her based off of. And if you go back and check Chelsea Chandler, she gave a bit of a fight to Yana Santos. I mean, Santos did just overuse the boxing and just force Chandler into bad corners. She did get the win over Josiane Nunes. She did get the win over Julia Stoliarenko. Jesus, we're about to stutter on that one hard. Who's also a very, very good jiu-jitsu artist. Just better hands for Chandler. Edwards here in this position, she's going to be needing to use the kickboxing really, really well if she wants to stay away from Chandler. Chandler's just going to walk her down and just keep following her. You're going to expect a takedown at some point, and if Edwards gets taken down, it's kind of over. I don't think she's going to be able to move that well. I think Chandler will be able to initiate enough ground and pound to win the rounds. I'm going to be going with Chelsea Chandler to get it done on the prelim opener. Even though she is 6-3, lack of experience is a big factor here. Most likely maybe just an under 2.5 fight to bet, but I do like Chelsea Chandler. If you're just picking, I love watching her fight, except the fights where she runs away with her, head on her ass and literally turns away from her opponent. Not too good of a look, but I think she gets it done here. Next on the prelims, we have Timmy Coumba versus Roberto Romero. We're going with... I wanted to pick Timmy Coumba. Now, this is a pick flip because I originally picked Timmy Coumba. We are pick flipping to Roberto Romero. Reason being, Roberto Romero is just very, very fast. He's very... you know what? Fuck this, dude. We're picking Timmy Coumba. I can't do it. We're staying with the pick because usually when I lose anyway, Roberto Romero falls apart. If this guy doesn't knock Coumba down early, he's not going to have the confidence in order to go into round 2. And Roberto is one of those guys that really, really looks for early round finishes. He does not excel when it goes past the second round or even gets into the second round. It was very clear in the David Onama fight that he was fading with at least a minute 30 left to go inside the first round. And if Timmy Coumba, who is very well known for taking punishment very well too, fought Balaji Oki to a fucking split decision. Even though I did think Oki won round 1 and 3, I didn't think Coumba won 3 at all. It is what it is. The judges are what they are. But I think in this instance, Romero is just gonna fall apart, man. I was gonna say Timmy does not do well when guys are faster than him. He doesn't deal well with pressure in his face. He likes to try and figure stuff out, and he likes to be able to put together good combinations. Now, when he fought Lucas Almeida the entire fight pressed forward, look for it, left hook, dip, left, right, dip, leg kick, left. Like he moved well. He excelled in the boxing and the Muay Thai, and Coumba just fell apart. He fell behind. He couldn't really catch up, and it kind of made a big opening for Lucas to just overcome and overpower him. And Romero in this instance will be able to do that for about 3 minutes, and then his gas just really does not look that great. I really wish he would put a little bit more effort into maybe his cardio and not just forcing shit to happen early when it really shouldn't. I think in this instance, he got lucky against David Onama. Against Coumba, you may not get so lucky. Coumba's one of those guys that does figure it out as it goes on. He does like to get those later finishes in rounds 2 and 3. Excuse me. And you do look for ground and pound with Coumba. So I'm going to be taking the side of Timmy Coumba. Just a little bit more full of a fighter, better gas tank, better chin, and I think Romero's just going to fall apart in later rounds and just not be able to win. Next in the prelims, this is very easy one. Jacqueline Amorim versus Paulie Vanna. or Polyana, Vienna. We're going with Amorim by submission. It's not even a question. Ismael Lucindo was able to get an arm triangle choke on her. If that's what's happening, Jacqueline's literally going to fucking just toy with her. It's going to be an armbar very, 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 very quick. She's going to take her down. She's going to work the armbar against the cage, and she's just going to pop it. There's no way Amorim gets knocked out. Polyana, honestly, I don't think she has the power to even get it done, really. Girls that she knocks out and beat up, they're absolute fucking cans. They have no business being inside the UFC whatsoever. Junior Frey should not even have took that fight whatsoever. She shouldn't even have been in the UFC as long as she was. I can't believe I got to see that girl fight. Realistically, bro, if Veronica Hardy's getting an armbar in 2019 when she wasn't even that great of a fighter, she was kind of a lesser of a fighter than she is now. Bro, Amorim's getting you very, very quick. We're going to go with under half a round for Amorim, and Vienna's just going to get torched. Next on the prelims, Cameron Simon versus Malcolm Wellmaker. Now, as I was looking through the fights during the video, I realized I did not study this one at all, and I did not look at this one. Now, this is a bit of a... This one worries me, because if Cameron Simon loses this, I don't know what else is left for him. And the problem is, too, Peyton Talbot, kind of exposed by Houndy Barcelos. It's just an aura factor, bro. And Malcolm... Bro, I want to pick him, but it's just like, Adam, that's your best fucking win is the Cage Steel champion? Really? Adam Bramheld? It worries me, man. It really does worry me, because it's not like he's fought these guys that have made it to the UFC. It's not like he's beaten anyone that turned into a high name or some big fucking... it's so worrisome. I'm going to go with Cameron Simon. Listen, this kid's good. He's really good. They were trying to really build him up. The Christian Rodriguez fight was supposed to be a test. He failed it. Peyton Talbot was supposed to be a test. He failed it. This is the last test. Like, there is no test after this. And people are counting Cameron Simon out because of the knockout over Peyton Talbot. Cameron Simon's a very, very good fighter. You don't see much of him anymore because they don't talk about him anymore. He's still there. He mixes it up very well. Malcolm Wellmaker, man. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure maybe this is the guy whose dad is a previous fighter, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. I know there's one of those inside the UFC now off the Contender Series. I'm going to go with Cameron Simon, man. The grappling's there. Malcolm Wellmaker going to be forcing the boxing exchanges. I think Simon's just going to be able to utilize his full MMA arsenal. It's just, he's got so much nice work that he can do, bro, really. The left hands are there. It's just, can he stuff a takedown if it gets a shot on him? Yes. Will he be able to get Wellmaker down? I guess we'll see. But I think Cameron Simon will get it done. Next on the prelims, Damon Blackshear versus Alateng Haili, the Mongolian Knight. We're going with Damon Blackshear by submission round 1. It doesn't matter if he doesn't really get submitted that often. It doesn't matter who he's been submitted by. What he gets submitted by. Armbar by fucking Bezmov. I don't even know who this dude is. Good. We don't need to know who he is. Damon Blackshear's going to win anyway. Longer guy. Better boxing, too. Like, Alateng Haili is just one of those guys that you watch and you're like, damn, you're old. Like, you're just fighting to fight at this point. Like, you're watching him and you're like, you're 33. You should be, like, improving rapidly. Instead, he's kind of at a standstill. Doesn't really look that good. Best win being for Chad and Hilliger, I guess. Like, Jesus Christ. I think Damon Blackshear's just going to get whatever he wants. Probably a Kimura, honestly. It's probably the quickest thing that he can get. It will be early. It will be easy for him as well. I think Haili is just... Dude, number 44 in the bantamweight division. Jesus Christ. We need to clean out this division. Damon Blackshear's the guy to do it, too. The submission game is absolutely impeccable. I think he's going to just impregnate Haili's defenses and just torch him. It's not going to be a quick fight. Seriously, it's going to be at least... If we get to the second round, I'll be awfully surprised. Next on the prelims, Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. Now, this one is interesting. This one is a little bit confusing because Chris Gutierrez, very good on the feet, just very good all around. Very good vet, been in the UFC a very long time, if I'm not mistaken. 2019. Yeah, not as long as I thought, but good enough. John Castaneda does have some good names on his record. Muin Gafurov, Miles Johns, Eddie Wineland, even though Eddie Wineland's kind of a fucking bum at the end of his career, but, you know, he was good in the WEC for a little while. you're kind of left with a confusing fight where John Castaneda, you're hoping he can like mix it up against the cage, look for those takedowns that you're expecting. But it's a problem because Chris is so good at the takedown defense. Like if we look right now, Chris Gutierrez stats. Look, because I've looked at this before. 71% takedown defense. Right? Kwang Lee was able to get 2 takedowns on him. That's a fucking issue. That is an issue. 4 minutes of control time over Chris Gutierrez. That is a fucking issue. Because Kwang Lee is not even half of the wrestler that fuckface is there, John Castaneda. That is a issue. Look at this. This dude, Song had 2 takedowns and had 11 minutes of control. That's a fucking issue, dude. I'm going to go with John Castaneda. Tough fight against Daniel Marcos, but went against a better striker. Marcos did easily win that fight 30-27. Did get the shit kicked out of him, John Castaneda. But I think, just dude, Castaneda, I've always liked him. I've always liked Castaneda. I've always liked what he's about. I love watching him fight. He's made his ways through the UFC through the years. Looked bad, and then looked good, and then looked bad again, and then looked okay. I think here this is a good win for him, man. It's just if Chris Gutierrez stuffs the takedown, bro, what do? You're in a stand-up war with a kickboxer that's gonna beat the legs out. Oh my god, this is why I don't want to pick John, man. This is why I don't want to pick either of these guys. This is a fucking problem. This is a huge problem, man. Chris Gutierrez has crazy leg kicks, bro. He's one of the few guys, dude. He knocked out Vince Morales with leg kicks. Like that's a problem, man. Shit, he's fucking. Oh my god. Do I pick flip? Oh my fucking god. Do I pick flip? Okay. This is the early breakdown anyway. I'm not going to pick flip. Maybe we will pick flip throughout the week. We'll see. I'm just going to pick John Castaneda for now. I'll have to look more into it. Next on the prelims, Evan Elder versus Gage Young. We're going Gage Young, man. Evan Elder, his best wins fucking Darius Flowers. Fucking puke, man. Gage Young went the decision with Quillian Salkill, a very skilled boxer. And the thing is, Evan Elder doesn't deal well with pressure. He doesn't. Gage Young's a guy that's always in your face. Now, he was doing that against Quillian. Quillian tagged him with the front kicks and stuff. I don't think Evan Elder's going to be throwing that many fucking front kicks. I don't think he's going to be throwing that many roundhouse kicks. I think Gage Young's going to be able to be in his face. I think Gage Young's going to be able to just torch Elder, honestly. I think he's going to be right in his face, and I think he's going to drop him. I think Evan Elder's going out early. I think under 2.5 rounds is your best bet, honestly. I think Evan Elder is tough, but I think Gage Young is just a powerhouse, dude. I think he's just got so much energy, and he's so good. I think Evan Elder's going to have a problem. I think he's going to have a long night with Gage Young in front of him, just constantly moving, constantly putting that pressure on, especially after losing his Contender Series fight. Dude, he's back with a fucking vengeance. He's looking for it, whatever. He's looking for it. And we're not going to the ground in this one. This is going to be fucking pure. We might go to the ground. Evan might try to clinch up after he gets hurt or something, but I think in this instance, Gage Young gets it done easy. Next on the prelims, we have the final prelim of the evening, the featured bout, Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick. Woo! Matt Schnell's getting a layup. Matt Schnell's getting a fucking layup. Matt Schnell is a very good grappler, and a half-decent striker, and he's fighting Jimmy Flick, who has no fucking striking. No striking. Like, no striking. If Jimmy Flick fucking somehow strikes and puts him down, Matt Schnell is the worst MMA fighter I've ever seen in my entire life. And there is just no way. He's moving down to flyweight, too. He's moving down to fight Jimmy Flick. This should be this is a layup for Matt Schnell. This is the biggest layup I've ever seen of anyone's career. If Matt Schnell does not get this done, there's a fucking problem in the world, and someone needs to get put down, because this is ridiculous. Jimmy Flick is going to get submitted or knocked out. One of the two. More likely than not knocked out. He'll probably get put out in a round or two. But Matt Schnell all the way, man. There's no way. He's coming out of retirement. Did retire against Cody Durden. Got ninja choked inside, round 2. Had a half-decent first round. Looked really good, and then got choked out real quick. Unfortunate fight. I did watch it, and I was depressed. I like Matt Schnell a lot. I'm glad he's back. Let's get a layup, bro, and get it done. That's what I'm fucking talking about. I'm glad they gave him that fight, too, because Jimmy Flick is like the one guy Matt would need to fight right now. It's literally his perfect matchup. A guy he can out-grapple or at least grapple with and still punch him in the fucking head. Next, we have the start of the main card. Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. Muniz is going out in what, one round? Isn't Aliskerov like that first round finisher guy? Yeah, he's going out in a round, man. Did get humbled and fraud checked by Bobby Knuckles. I did like that fight a lot. I did have it going to the decision. I thought Aliskerov was going to be able to fucking survive at least a little bit. And Robert just landed a nice uppercut, spinning fucking heel, whatever, and dropped him and put him out. It was beautiful. Nice work. Andre has nothing. He doesn't. He's old. He's kind of done. Like, he's just... Like, Paul Craig knocked him out. When Paul Craig is knocking you out, you're done. Like, you're done, man. Like, you're good on the ground, but you're done. Like, if Aliskerov fucking gets submitted here, like, this is the biggest fraud check since fraud checks existed. There's no way Aliskerov gets fraud checked here. There's zero chance. If he does, he does, but no chance. Muniz going out round one. Next on the main card, Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. Now, Nicholas Dalby is one of the best conditioners you've ever seen in your life. He is a very, very good Muay Thai fighter. Yeah, he's out of Denmark. He does have excessive cardio, very excessive cardio. Incredible athlete. Has a weird breathing technique. Breathes very, very loud. Pushes the lungs out. Breathes in quite deep. Does get a lot more oxygen than most fighters. Does not gas. Does not gas. Literally does not gas. I'm not kidding. No matter what you do to this guy, he does not gas. No, excuse me. That is a fucking problem for Brown. Because if Brown doesn't hurt him, I love Randy, by the way. Randy is one of my favorite fighters. I thought he fucking could have got Jack Della, got choked out. I thought he won that fight against Brian Battle. I did bet Brian Battle, and I won a lot of money off that fight, so I'm glad he lost. But I did think he won the fight. In this instance, Randy Brown's going to need to hurt Dalby, and I don't know if Dalby can be hurt. Like, I've seen it before. I've seen him get cracked really good, but, like, he just breathes it out and, like, comes back. Like, it's not really like he gets cracked and he's fucking hurt bad and he's, like, wobbled and shit. Like, he's 40 years of age and this dude looks like he's 20. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm going to lean on the side of Randy, but betting... I'm not fucking touching Randy Brown. It's going to be Nicholas Dalby all day. Randy Brown, man, listen, when it really comes down to it, he's got the range. He's got the boxing. He's slick. He moves well. Nicholas Dalby's going to need to clinch. He's going to need to work that Muay Thai clinch. He's going to need the knees. He's going to need the leg kicks. He's going to need to slow the movement of Randy Brown. He's going to need to figure out his shots, and he's going to need to push forward. Randy Brown's going to need to move away, throw pot shots, and check the kicks. Like, but the problem is you move back with Dalby, he's pushing against the cage. There's a lot of fucking problems here I see for Randy, a lot, and I can see Dalby winning this fight, man. I can see him putting it together and putting him out. Or not out, but just put him against the cage. Well, fuck, he could put him out, honestly. Knees to the body could really put Randy down. Randy's been knocked out by lesser opposition, too. He's been fucking knocked out by Vicente Luque by knees. He got fucking choked out by Jack Della. Like, realistically, Randy Brown's best win is Elizeu Zaleski, and that's about it. Maybe Brian Battle, too, but that's really about it. I'm going to say, for now, I'm going to switch, and I'm going to honestly lean the side of Dalby. I'm gonna lean the side of Dalby. This is the early fucking breakdown, but yeah, we're gonna side with Dalby. It's tough. It's really, really tough because you don't know if Randy Brown can put it together. You don't know if Dalby is gonna fall apart. I don't think he will. Oh, excuse me. This line would be closer if Dalby was 36. I'm just saying it would be even, and Dalby right now looks fine. So. I don't know what else to say. Next on the main card, Michel Pereira versus Abus Magomedov. I'm going Abus. Reason being, Pereira has about 3 good minutes in him before he falls apart. And Abus Magomedov does take punishment quite well, at least early on when he's not gassed. Abus does end up gassing in later rounds, like end of round 2 type shit. But in this instance, with Michel Pereira, I don't think it's going to be going that far anyway. I think Pereira will end up getting knocked out via whatever. He will be standing and banging. There will be wild shots. There will be wild shit happening. It just is... Like, Michelle's not that good, bro. He's just not. He's really not. He has good decision wins over guys, but like when you have a really heavy wrestler on you or a really like pressure fighter like a Boost, I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to put it together. I'm thinking about He did get knocked out by Luis Taylor. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure, man. I guess when you really look at it, Michel Pereira has actually fought better competition. Abus has beaten Bruno Ferreira. That's it. Dustin Solsvos. Yeah, we're going to switch. We're going to go with Michel Pereira. It seems as though Abus Magomedov, and while I'm thinking about it in my head right now, it seems as though he has some flaws. It seems as though he lacks a bit of confidence, honestly. Sadabu Sai, too. He beat Sai. That's crazy. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, we're going to side with Michel Pereira now. Honestly, now that the more I think about it, it's just like, fuck, it's hard to pick this one, man. Again, you know, Abus Magomedov with 78 inches of reach. I'm going to be keeping Michel Pereira off of him, you know, offering a lot of kickboxing, and Pereira's just going to run at him. And I don't know if it's going to fucking matter. I don't think the range is going to matter at that point. Michel Pereira by knockout round 1. There you go. A lot of round 1 KOs, guys. Get ready to make some money. Giga Chikadze versus David Onama next on the main card. We're going David Onama. Dude, Giga just... He never really was able to put it together against those really, really high-level guys. And David Onama moving down to featherweight is a fucking problem. Okay? He's got big power. Big for the weight class. 5'11". 74 inches of reach. He's going to be working Giga all day. This is going to be a pure stand-up war. Can David Onama put it together? I believe so, yes. I think Giga's a little bit better of a boxer than Calvin Kattar, and Giga lost to him. Couldn't put it together. And David Onama in this situation should be able to put Giga's lights out, honestly. He really should. I think he'll be able to figure it out. I think Giga Chikadze, whose best one's fucking Cub Swanson, I think he can get it done. David Onama's... Or... cannot get it done, excuse me. I think David's just going to beat the shit out of him. I really do, too. He's a silent assassin for a reason, bro. This guy finds the right shot, knocks guys out cold. I like David Onama a lot, too. He's got a good story behind him. Giga Chikadze is just one of those Georgian guys that talks a lot of shit sometimes and then stays quiet for years, and you never hear about him, and then he comes out of the shadows again and starts talking shit again. Boo. Go David Onama. Uganda forever. Knock his ass out. Put him out. Let's see. Let's see what you got, bro. Honestly, I don't think half these fights are not going the distance. Next, the co-main event of the evening. If you guys did enjoy this so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I know it's a little bit low monotone. I'm a little bit tired, okay? It's fucking 11 o'clock. I've been up since 6. I stayed up till 2. I got 4 hours of sleep. It's not your fault. It's mine. But still, I can complain. Anthony Smith versus Ming Yang Zhang. We're going with Mountain Tiger. I don't know why would you would ever pick Anthony Smith. This is just punishment. This is like those dudes that like getting cock and ball torture. This is cock and ball torture. This is Ming Yang Zhang stomping on Anthony Smith's nuts. That's what we're watching on Saturday night. There is a 0.1% chance that Anthony Smith wins. There is a 99.9% chance that Zhang knocks him the fuck out in the first round. Bad. Like bad. Like it's going to be a bad knockout. Because Smith has eaten a lot of punishment recently. Dominic Reyes, Roman Dolidze. Bro, I know your buddy died and shit. Just quit. Stop doing it. You don't need more brain damage. You're 37 and 21. You have been knocked out more than 10 times in your life. Stop. Literally just stop. Like you're fucking... It's not even like KO. It's TKO. Like you've been fucking beat up, bro. Bad. Ming Yang Zhang by knockout early. Next on the main card, the main event of the evening. I did no studying for this. I did no looking for this. For this main event, at least. Because I know both these guys really well. I've watched every single one of these guys' fights. I didn't need to rewatch anything. I didn't need to look up anything. I wanted it raw. Just what's in my brain for this main event. Ian Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates now. My brain's first instinct is Ian Machado Garry by decision. That's my first instinct. My heart, though, and then my brain starts working a little bit with it, too. Carlos Prates might beat the fuck out of Garry. It's 5 rounds. Can Garry hold off Prates for 5 rounds? every round starts standing up. How much can you really take from a guy on the ground? When Prates looked so good with the takedown defense against Giles, he looked good with it with Magny. He looked good with it with Charles Radke. What do you do at that point, right? Like, what do you do? There's not much to do. You're looking at Ian Machado. Now, listen, I agree. Ian Machado Garry, this is a different level. This guy's very, very tall, 6'3", 2 inches higher than Prates. He's going to be forcing the clinch. And when we're in clinch work, Prates, very good knees, very good body work. Now, that leaves another problem, though. Prates can take him down himself. We did see inside of the fight with Neil Magny, he can take guys down. He does work it quite well. He would rather stand up. Now, I do believe the Fighting Nerds train everything. I do believe the Fighting Nerds are some of the best fighters on earth right now, and I do believe that they have figured out Ian Machado Garry. Ian Machado Garry did lose to Shavkat Rakhmonov, and there was a reason for that. Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Like, next level danger. And Garry is just one of those guys that is able to figure it out inside the octagon, usually has a set plan and doesn't stray off the plan. Good for you. When Prates punches you in the fucking head, and you've seen it from guys that they literally barely get grazed off the temple and they go out, he has next level power. That's going to put a lot of different things in your head. That's going to change a lot of things when you're in that octagon. You're going to be thinking about a lot more than just what your fucking coach said. You're going to be thinking about, ooh, I don't want to get hit with that left again because I'm going to get put out. You start worrying about a lot of shit. That's a problem for Garry, because I don't think his ego is going to let him just walk in like that. I think he's going to start walking backwards. I think Prates is going to start finding some openings because Garry doesn't close the distance anymore. I think Gary's going to get scared. And that's why I'm picking Carlos Prates to win. I'm going to be picking Prates. Listen, it's Prates by knockout or Garry by decision. If you can get it on DraftKings, if you guys only watch this to bet or whatever, I'm doing this just for the people that enjoy the picks and stuff. I do betting on a different video. But it's just, that's the bet. That's the bet. Because there's no fucking way Prates gets finished. I don't think it's possible. He just takes punishment way too well. He did get cut quite bad against Mitch Ramirez. That did happen. So I would be a little bit more inclined to be worried about that. But after the Leech fight, bro, where he just figured the Leech out and the Leech couldn't do shit. Ugh. It's tough, and the Leech had never been knocked out before. Very, very sturdy fighter. We'll see if Garry can put it together, but I'm not so sure. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. This has been the predictions and breakdowns. I'm glad we are back for another week of UFC, guys. I will be doing the reaction video for the UFC 314 soon. I will be putting together a gaming video as well for the other channel, and I have some betting stuff and some other fight breakdowns I want to take up this week. We'll make sure to put those out for you guys and let you see it at least before Wednesday for some of them. And if not, the rest will be out by Friday for sure. See you for the live on Saturday. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll talk to you guys out later. Peace.